Hello, my name is Joel Semakula and I'm a barrister at Landmark Chambers, specialising in planning, property, public and environmental law. I love my career principally for three reasons. First, I love advocacy. I find it really fun to get up in court and argue about things that matter to people. Second, I love the intellectual challenge. Clients come to barristers to help them solve difficult problems, and that's a process I really enjoy. And third, I love the variety. I've been fortunate enough to work on cases ranging from the A-level results challenge to the third runway at Heathrow, and even assisting the team dealing with the Shamima Begum case. I was asked to record this in my work gear, and I guess that reflects the final thing I love about my job is I'm self-employed. So if I'm not in court wearing a suit, you'll often find me dressed casually in chambers or at home getting ready to do something else. I became a barrister at 29, so some might say I took a scenic route to the bar. It's not my first career. In fact, I actually did my undergraduate degree in something completely different from law, studying political science and economics at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. I then went on to Wall Street, working for a large bank in New York as an investment banker, covering healthcare companies, buy and sell each other and themselves, and raise money. After about 2 years out there, I came back to the UK and did what they call a senior status law degree, so a normal law degree, but did it at an accelerated pace over 2 years. And that kind of really started my bar journey. I then went on and did what we call the bar course, which is the professional training course for barristers after you've done a qualifying law degree. I then had 2 years of work experience working as a judicial assistant at the Court of Appeal, so I think a legal advisor to a very senior judge, where I worked for the vice president of the civil division. I then worked in the in-house team, litigation team of a large energy company, and all during that time I was applying for this thing called pupillage, and pupillage is the final stage of your training to be a barrister, and probably the biggest bottleneck into the profession. There are far fewer pupillages than the number of people applying. It took me a few years to actually secure a pupillage, but that's what I was doing over that time while I was building that experience. Following on from pupillage, I was accepted into the Chambers Landmark, where I did that placement, and now I'm what they call a tenant, which means I'm a fully practicing barrister within Landmark Chambers. In terms of having a career plan, look, I think a plan can be great because it gives you a sense of direction, but it should never be too rigid. It's important to stay flexible and open to unexpected opportunities. As you grow in your career, so too will your dreams and possibilities, and the possibilities that you envisage as part of your plan. Now, in terms of a tip that I give somebody who wants a career like mine, I'd say there's a huge intellectual focus in the type of work which I do, and unfortunately that means it can be even more difficult to get into this kind of work if you cannot provide sufficient evidence of intellectual achievement and attainment during your school and university years. This doesn't mean it's impossible, it's just harder. So if you're in the period of your life where you can still control what those grades look like at the end, then please do work as hard as you can to do as well as you can. It makes getting into what's already a very competitive profession that little bit easier. Good luck.
My friend, I'm a big deal. Yeah, we're kinda important for